get this money from? Money. Money.
What is up, Innovation family? How's everybody doing today? It's me, Brandon, your friend, your neighbor, your host, back with another video from Innovation Property Atlanta. Just here talking about this Turo game, guys, rental car game, and ways we can make money together. Before we jump to today's video, guys, as always, do me a favor, please, and like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Refer me out to anybody who knows interested in doing rental cars, being on Turo, learning more about the Turo processes, and we will go from there. Today's short video is going to be about Turo and the people that rent cars on Turo. So recently, today is actually Wednesday. On Monday, I had a client return the 2019 blue Dodge Challenger back, and my client had some red flags before I rented to him. A little shady conversation when he first wanted to request a vehicle. He had it for about 4 or 5 days, so he was a long-term client. It's about a $600 payout. So when it comes to, having to decline people versus having to accept, a lot is based on money. Let's just keep it real here. But you gotta really vet people, and I have prior videos talking about vetting and identity theft and all that good stuff too in my prior videos. But when it came to this situation, it's his first time using Turo. He called customer support because I wanted to vet him out a little bit more by asking questions, and it's gonna be a local reservation. You're going out of town. What do you plan on doing with the vehicle? He was a little aggressive, saying, I already paid for it. Why don't you accept my reservation? So he called Turo to begin with. So I felt a little bit more comfortable when he called Turo that he was a legit guy. And I'm not saying he's not a legit guy, or a bad guy. So what happened was on Monday when he returned the vehicle, first red flag. I told him he was due to return the vehicle at 2 o'clock at an afternoon. He got there about 4 o'clock. I told him, when you get to my drop-off spot, just alert me, text me on Turo that the vehicle's back. So he reached out to me and let me know the passenger side window doesn't go up. I said, why is the window not going up? It was working before I gave the vehicle. I mean, for windows not to go up, it's either one or two things. Either it's a power issue as far as like a wire, or it's a regulator. I know this is a 2019 car, so it's only 4 years old, so I know the regulator is fine. The window won't go up. All right, no biggie, man. Just leave the key and we'll get it and go from there. So I went to go pick up the vehicle and check it out, and lo and behold, the driver's side window goes up, but not the passenger side. The passenger side lost all power, so the mirrors aren't working, the locks aren't working, and the window's not working. So obviously there's a connection somewhere. The connection somewhere is that maybe a harness is loose or a wire is loose. So lo and behold, I go on the passenger side and look at the passenger door, and what do we find? We find a bullet hole in the passenger side fender close to the door. And lo and behold, the bullet went through the door or the fender panel into the wire and chewed up and went through some of the wire harness. So therefore, there's no power going to the passenger side window, guys. So he didn't mention he was in a shootout. Like, these are the things that you have to deal with Turo and rental cars, and you go through. So if you guys follow me maybe 2-3 years ago, I have story times for days about the Turo guests that the hosts have to deal with on a regular basis. So I'm here to keep it real with you guys and be honest with you, be transparent. I don't want you guys to think that the people that rent these cars are just upstanding citizens. Some of them are. Again, it's an 80% chance that they're going to be good. They're not going to have a problem with your car. They'll drop it off. They'll communicate with you. But there's always that 20% guy. So I live by the 80-20 rule in everything I do in my life. So you can always expect things to happen. You can't just, go expecting everything's going to be perfect and no issues. So in this case, bullet hole, power gone, went through the passenger side, messed the harness up, went through the wiring. So now I got to get the door fixed, or the front fender fixed, where the bullet hole went through, and I gotta get a new wiring harness and have labor for that too. So I'm gonna file a claim with Turo and take care of all this stuff on the back end, but it's just a pain in the butt. And to make it even worse, I had a client who wanted to rent that car the next day for a special occasion. So that was gonna be a $300 payout, but now I gotta take that car to my body guy to get it fixed and get everything back up and running, guys. So lo and behold, just want to give you guys the game and updates on what goes on in my fleet, in my world. So you other hosts out there who have story times and what goes on in your fleet. You can relate to the criminals and criminal activity sometimes that takes place. And people in the gas are gonna act dumb, like they don't know what happened. Like there's a big bullet inside the vehicle, I don't know what happened. Like maybe because somebody was shooting at you that this took place and you were involved in some shady activity. Maybe that's what my guess, if I had to put two and two together. So again, this is just game, putting you guys on updates and what goes on in the Turo world, and everything is not all peaches and cream. You follow my other guys out there like Tony Luxury Car Rentals, and you know Aubrey also has stories too that talks about her vehicles and damage that gets done to them. So check those guys out too as far as their YouTube channel, guys. But again, I'm putting you guys on my day to day. This is what goes on in my fleet. So I'm gonna get my vehicle fixed, repaired probably the next couple of days. But criminal activity does happen in these vehicles, guys, whether that be shootouts, drugs, paraphernalia, your car being stolen, or in some type of heist. It's gonna happen if you have a fleet or you're involved in doing Turo for a long time. You'll compile a lot of stories, guys. So that's today's quick video. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Take it easy.